This reel is the Waterworks Force reel. And this exact reel is a reel that I bought 22 years ago. This is a reel that I still use. Actually, just today I've added a new fly line to this one. It's a new fly line that's completely new on the market that I want to test out and I want to try for my fishing. And it still fits this reel really, really well. The Force reels has a very special place in my fishing because this was the first high-end fly reel I ever bought. I had to work 2 months in the local tackle shop, the first job I held in a tackle shop, in order to buy the first one here. And I remember the day when I bought this because it was, you know, the first time you ever buy something that you've just wanted to have for so long. I remember that very vividly, and I think I recall that I almost slept with this reel. You know, it was at least very close, in close range of the bed. So because I was just so happy with this. This reel has been with me for a long time. I've used this reels and some of the other Force reels on all my different trips to Russia for salmon, to New Zealand for sea trout, to Venezuela for bonefish, or even Mexico fishing for small tunas and dorados and stuff like that. Also Argentina for golden dorado. So I've used these reels hard, I've used them for a long time, and they are simply just awesome. What happened, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, was because I've been using this reel so much, the handle broke. So the handle simply fell off here. Due to usage. So I sent Waterworks an email with some pictures attached where I showed them how this reel had been with me for so many years. They told me to ship them the reel, so I sent them the reel. And they would take a look at it. So they emailed me back saying that if I would just provide them with I think it was $20 or something like that for the return shipping, then they had fixed my reel. So I did that as well. And then 2 weeks later, this reel arrived back home with me. I don't know if they had a spare spool just laying around or if they manufactured one for me especially, but they included a completely new spool for my old reel. So, I mean, if I was in love with the brand and the story behind Waterworks before and the level of customer service, then I can tell you that their star was increased quite a lot with me, because for $20 they had just given me back my all-time favorite reel. So I think that also shows how aware they are of their brand. How careful they think about what their brand represents, and how important it is for them for people to really commit to the brand. So basically, that was just a story from way back. During all these past 22 years, I've bought a lot more Waterworks reels, because I think that the design here, the basic design here, is just so awesome and so inspiring. As I said, when this reel was first released, it was revolutionary. It was the lightest full-frame reel and the reel with the biggest arbor that had ever been on the market. And they kept up that tradition throughout the generations, because this is the generation 1. Since then, there has been 3 more generations. They made this as the 2nd generation. The 3rd generation, actually, I don't have here, but I have one at home. And then the 4th generation, which is the generation that is available now. They have had some different designs on those, some limited editions. For instance, this all black one with the orange writing is really neat and nice. But the version that is out there and for sale now looks like this. And I think you can see the overall design is basically, it's not the same, but it's still there. The idea behind the reel is still there. Even though there has been some changes, for instance, they have the material has changed, and they have now been able to cut away a lot of excess weight in the spool here, giving it an even lighter feel and lighter touch. The design and the idea behind this Waterworks Force reel is still there. So I'm very happy with my first ones. I'm very happy with all the other ones I've bought all along the journey of fly fishing. But I must say, I fish this as much as I fish this one. In my humble opinion, these reels are some of the best ever made. I have a lot of Nautilus reels. I have some Einarssons as well, and I have a lot of other Waterworks reels as well. And all of those are really, really nice and awesome reels that performs excellently. But the Waterworks Force reel might not be the least expensive reel out there, but it might be the best. I know that I'm just so happy and pleased with mine. They perform all the time. They're reliable, they're durable, they're strong, and they are one of a kind. So these will always be my favorite. The Waterworks Force reel.